guys, and welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution, The Secrets of Dr. Wu. Off screen I went and finished off all of these. We got our success rate 4, the incubation speed 4, and the transport team speed increase. I also released a T-Rex from one of the contracts, unaware that we've never heard its introduction thing yet. Unless we heard it on Claire's Sanctuary, we might have done it there. But it was like, I've only been using T-Rex in challenges so far, so I'd missed stuff on Ian Malcolm's like, ah yes, the tyrant lizard, Tyrannosaurus Rex, favorite of people, children everywhere. No. Why? Because it represents everything we fear about the past, and blah 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 goes on for a while. So we are done here in Warriors East. That means there's only one place left to go. It's the only thing left to finish the game, and that is here, the Tacano Research Facility. The existence of Isla Tacano's mysterious research facility is known only to those who have earned the trust of Dr. Henry Wu. The activities at this location are carefully guarded secret. And so, much like this island, only even stranger, why has it got a star rating? So, why has a top secret facility got a star rating? How is it top secret on the second smallest island in the Cinco Muertes? It doesn't make sense. This is supposed to be top secret research that even the Hammond Foundation isn't aware of, and yet both islands were building a park. I don't get it. Especially this one. Why is there a star rating for this place?
This is where I will elevate my research to the next level. Do well for me, and I will remember your contributions and reward you for them.
So, I suspect that things are happening that I don't know about. Things that should concern me. Good thing I don't much care. However, a favor, if you please. If there's any chance that I could get, eaten, I'd appreciate a heads up. Before the head's off, okay? Huh?
It's just you and me now. I hope you're ready to start, because I've got work for you. Yes, this is good. As anticipated. Let's start, shall we? I'll skip the formalities and get right to it. I need you to research a hybrid named Ankylonicus, create it, and then get it out into an enclosure. Once you've done that, we'll move on to the next step. Time is wasted.
A new hybrid, is it? Great! And I really hope Dr. Wu is going to give us access to these babies. Think of the exposure. Think of the money.
Alright, so we need to research the worst thing in the game, the, as Dr. Wu calls it, Ankyloticus. Or as everyone else will say, the Ankyloticus. We're just going to wait for our research thing to build first. And before the power goes out. And I'll give the Tacano Research Facility one thing though. There's no divisions. I don't need to go around pleasing all of the pleasing Dua, Clement and Lambert. So we do have that now. I want to max that out. So extract that. Sell that. And now we're going to be making use of all of the remaining dig sites. So we're going to be maxing out all the remaining dinosaurs and maxing out all of the dig sites to get our money on the go. Okay, so off the grid research center. We got our first hybrid, this thing. Everything else we either unlock via the missions or through getting our star rating. That's plots. These ones are mostly the star rating because, again, why this place has a star rating is beyond me. You don't even get any guests here. They're all just scientists, and I don't get why scientists... Oh, it's nice to be able to use the guest facilities, but you're supposed to be working here. You're not a guest. It's stupid.
This is the progress I expected.
Hang on, let's speed up the process. Incubation speeds, lots of I'm gonna need another power station. Right, I'm just gonna make a regular Ankyloticus, just with the default skins. No matter what you do, it will look bad. You can't save Ankyloticus, it's impossible. It is the greatest abomination the Jurassic franchise has ever seen. Probably. Right, so this is the Tacano research facility. It's absolutely tiny. I think it's the smallest buildable area in the game. Like, smaller than Penna. This is literally all you can build around. So, you're very limited. So we will need to build a hotel in here eventually. As things go by, we can start getting rid of some of these buildings. We're also going to have to try and squeeze some stuff in over here. So I'm going to need a monorail somewhere. In fact, let's just do that now. Let's build a monorail and have it go to the other side of that enclosure. And then we can put a power station down. So we do that. This thing is so picky. Fine. Go a different way first. How is that too sharp? Why is this thing so picky? It's not nearly as picky with the gyro station and the tours. So I don't know why that one has to be so picky, but let's put us... I don't think we really need a big one. Let's do it like that. Because we're going to have to go around here at some point. Right, that's nearly done. Where am I going? Fossil Center. Because now we can just sell everything, unless it's something that still needs extracted. Look at all this palladium. That is lovely. Ah, so nice. This was the problem when the DLC first came out. It's like you probably already maxed out every single dig site. So because this DLC is accessed through the campaign, you'd go to Secrets of Dr. Wu on More to East, and you have nothing unlocked. You have to just earn money so painfully, slowly, and then that got even worse when you got here. You couldn't get any money. So everything took forever. I could have just put the substation there, but anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, let's just get a few things sorted out in this enclosure first. Put some water. Do this. This is it. The worst creature in the game. What is that? Look at that head. What am I looking at here? An abomination, that's what I'm looking at. No, that's too friendly. I don't know what the hell this thing is supposed to be. It's not a dinosaur, that much I can say. You're ugly. Your face looks weird. I hate your spines. I hate whatever these things are. I hate the noise you're about to make.
I'll provide you with a list of dinosaurs that I want introduced into the same enclosure as the Ankyloticus. These are very specific requirements, so please follow them to the letter.
Attention, island personnel. A new monorail station has opened, and guests will be arriving shortly.
Oh, I hate you so much. What is this? What is it? You know, it's a good thing that the Tacano research facility is mostly at night time. It means I don't have to look at your face. Unfortunately, it also means I can't see. So while it will take away some of the suspense, I am going to the daytime lighting because I actually want to be able to see what I'm doing. And we can see you in broad daylight. Look at you. You're so ugly. It has a club tail as well. It doesn't use it for anything. I mean, that's nothing new. There's a dinosaur, I think it's called Shunosaurus. The game even does bring mention to the similarities, and it did have a club tail. I don't think the tail is quite as long as this. That does not look like it should be able to hold up the tail. And it had quite a short neck. It was a very early, quite a small sauropod. But this just looks wrong. These look stupid all along here. The face, the pointy parts, and the smile it has, it just, ugh. I'll give it this. It does have some pretty good skin patterns, but that's it. That's all it's got going for it. So we're going to have to take away one of these incubation speeds. And we're going to make 3 Brachiosaurus. We're just going to go with the default, just for the sake of getting a move on. We need 3 Brachiosaurus. It wants 1 Chunkingosaurus, but you will need 2 to keep it happy. And again, the Stitchomoloch, it wants 2, you need 4. And we got Buried Treasure, which I want to say was the last thing. But it's worth a lot. I think there's only like 2 of them in the entire game, but it's worth a lot. I think it does still keep like your dig yields and everything you have on your on-grid fossil centers, expedition centers and all that. So I still got my dig yield, I still got my research costs, which is good because all the stuff in here becomes like in the 10 millions by the time you get to level 3. Right, so we're just going to work on South America. We actually still need to max out Herrerasaurus. Why do you exist? How were you given the green light? You're so wrong. Every definition of the word. Look at that. Look, it's just got this big grin on his face, and it's. It looks familiar though. I swear I've seen that head somewhere before, but I can't think where. Look, it just looks like it's got a big derpy face, and I hate it. I hate you so much. You look so ugly. Very ugly. Yeah, everything about the Ankyloticus is just wrong. And you'll never change my mind. Ugh. It's just wrong. It's such an ugly thing. I don't know who thought that design was a good idea. If the hybrids are back in Jurassic World Evolution 2, I hope they fix this thing in some way. Because I don't want to look at this thing in even greater detail. That's a horrible thought. Because the Ankyloticus, it really is the worst looking thing in the game. It's got a contender, and we'll be seeing that shortly. But, you're just so ugly. As much as I want you to die, Dr. Wu won't let me, so I've got to give you some food. But I really shouldn't be giving you any. Oh, you're so ugly. It doesn't live as long as the other sauropods. It's got that Ankylosaur genome in it. and ankylosaurs don't have very short lifespans. The paleobotany is still all the same as the sauropods, though. It can't eat any of the stuff ankylosaurs would eat. It's not very, unlike ankylosaurs, it's not very sociable. You can only keep them in pairs. Population is 14. Which isn't really that much different from the Dreadnoughtus, really. Right, we actually want to extract Herrerasaurus DNA. So, are they coming back? And honestly, the Dreadnoughtus is not that much better looking than the Ankyloticus, in my opinion. Let's go with the acrodixites. They're really, it's not much better. I think the only reason I prefer the Dreadnoughtus to the Ankyloticus is because I at least know Dreadnoughtus is a real dinosaur. Probably looks nothing like the one in the game, but it's at least a real dinosaur. Whereas this thing is just wrong. It's very wrong. Wait, have you finished yet? You're gradually getting there. 7, 8, 9, 10. You still gotta wait a bit. There we go. Now we gotta wait for each one to very slowly walk out. So that you can come out with all the grace and majesty that you have always provided for this series, whereas Ankyloticus doesn't. Even with a monorail behind you, you still look great. That music building up, that cool. Everything about you is perfect. Set your forest requirements. This enclosure is only just big enough for Brachiosaurus. There we go. Actually, let's get rid of a few of those now. Yep, that's a feeder. Yeah. So that's that. You guys are still going. We'll eventually need to put in some facilities here to get the star rating up, get some more money coming in. So see, we only need 6 species, 2,800. The dinosaur rating is no issue. I mean, we're going to have hybrids in here. And while the hybrids aren't exactly sociable, they're high rated at the very least. We got to get their rating. Actually, no, we don't. We get their races up and then we get rid of them. But we'll be keeping them anyway. We'll be making more of them anyway. It's not like we've used them much. Right. This Triplasto is still going. Those two are done. The Ceratops needs a little bit more. As does Sauropelsa and Allosaurus. Torosaurus isn't quite there yet. Stygimoloch, I believe, is currently the lowest. Troodon's not quite there yet. Polacanthus, I think. Yeah, 95 for Polacanthus, 93 for the Compsognathus. I think all the African dinosaurs are okay. I cannot remember if I released Sinoceratops and Centaurosaurus. I cannot remember if I've released a Majungasaurus or not. I think I did on Sorna, but I honestly don't remember. I think I did. We probably just saw it very briefly. We might put one of them in here. Not in this enclosure specifically, but we might put one on the island. Or 2. We can keep them in pairs. You know, the dinosaur that's well known for cannibalism. I mean, for all we know, it was scavenging, but since that's what people know Majungasaurus for, I find it odd that you can keep them in pairs. Anyway, Chunkingosaurus. Yeah, there are 2 of them on the go. We only need 1 for the mission, but you need 2 of them otherwise. We are going to want to max this out. With the well, not so much with the scheduling. We don't really need to max it out, but we will want these things. So yeah, reload speed. You know, let's Let's get that accuracy as well. Takes forever to get one dinosaur done and over with, so we don't really need to worry about rushing it too much. We don't really have anywhere to put a ranger station. Right, Herrerasaurus. So should only take one. Yep. It's at 98%. Dryosaurus, Allosaurus, amphibian, reptile. No, it's in. That definitely is an amphibian. This Chigolasto is still going. Yep, just keep these ones going. I may end up clicking them in a slightly random order, but whatever. I love incubation speed 4. But it's still a miserable wait when you're trying to make, like, the Indoraptor with the Indominus Rex, or even the other hybrid that we're going to be seeing shortly. Well, not so much shortly. There's another hybrid before that. Right, we need 4 Stygimoloch. It only wants 2, but we need 4. Now, you are currently the lowest rated of. The lowest DNA of all the dinosaurs, which unfortunately means that probably at least one of these guys is going to fail. Right, Chunkosaurus, if you could hurry up. Thank you. Yeah, at least one of these guys will fail, I imagine. We just gotta wait for these guys. Yeah, you've got this, you've got a viewing tower here, but you can't really see, not viewing tower, the viewing gallery, but you can't really see into the enclosure all that well. It's probably a good thing I got a monorail here, really. I would suggest, buddy, that you go and drink something. You're going to need to drink something as well, but you're a bit preoccupied. You, on the other hand, eat. There you go. There's a Vegisaurus who likes Vegisaurs. Very nice. Well, yes, I know that, but that's up to them. They just need to eat and drink. So you, drink. You're looking for water. It's right in front of you. I know your head is really high up, but, you know, look down. Allosaurus maxed out, or it will be. So much gold, so much palladium too. Now's it? Yep, alright, that's South America finished. Do North America now, we'll sort of just work our way however we do it. Away they go. It doesn't. This one doesn't have like an entrance saying the Tacano Research Facility, as much as I wish it did. But why is there a star racing here? I'm gonna build this just so because I know I'm gonna need it later on. And then we can put some facilities down. We're not going to be able to build a hotel anywhere anytime soon. Well, we can, but I want the facilities all over here. And the hotel doesn't really allow me to do that. Where is the arcade going to go? I think the answer is nowhere near here. It's going to have to go somewhere, I just don't know where. The Tacano Research Facility has some very inconsistent paths, at least where I built it. Can I fit the toilets in there? Yes. We'll need that later on. Alright, let's have some consistency here, shall we? So that one, and there's these ones. There we go. We'll see. I might put the facility over here, but I also kind of need at least one enclosure there. There is this section here. Oh, we'll see. If stuff needs moving around, it can be moved around. And by moved around, I mean demolish it and build it somewhere else. Although I've seen in the footage of Jurassic World Evolution 2, the demolition actually has an animation this time. Because that was something I never understood, is why does the building have a full-on animation? We've got to watch it being built, but the demolition is instant. Well, you actually all made it, guys. Right, and then as soon as that second Stygimoloch is out, we have got to go. We have got to be quick. You get very little time for all of this. Right, let's get these things up a little bit. Not quite that much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome us.
Might be a bit too early to do this, but we'll see what happens. You do need to do that to get the rating up. So I thought. Oh, that bobs up and down all the time. I thought another Chunkingosaurus had come out of the thing there. I was like, how did that happen?
Now that we've got a good distribution of animals, I want to get a photographic record of how they interact with one another. Be sure to get me images of the Ankyloticus.
Who said science couldn't be sexy, huh?
Well, for one thing, there's nothing sexy about this thing, but okay, yeah, I forgot. We gotta take a photo of it first. Unfortunately, I need to wait for it to become thirsty. I don't know why it has to specifically be drinking. You stay in the shadows where I can't see you. While the rest of the Stygimoloch make their way out. So we've got to wait for this thing to start having the need for a drink. Unfortunately, it's not drunk that longer, so I've got to wait now. So in the meantime, let's get some of this done. Nodosaurus, that maxes that out. So much palladium, I love it. All done. I don't have anything unlocked yet anyway. Wait for the mission. There's 4 missions in all. But they're all, you just unlock them in succession. Looking for food. Well, turn around then, you stupid thing. No, Stygie. You can't contemplate what you're looking at either. Where are you going? I think that Brachiosaurus is hungry. There's a sight, buddy. You have got something very horrible growing out of you. There's so much clipping with the dinosaurs in this game. It's... ugh. That's my best description of it. It's ugh. Eat. No natural predators. But even so, as Cabot will tell you, keep us away from the Indominus Rex. They don't exactly get along. Even with the armor, it will still kill it. Clubtail doesn't do anything. Now, are you going to drink, or are you just going to wander around for a bit? Well, you know, you could just keep eating. Yes, there we go. Helicopter. Let's get a photograph of it drinking. Yay. Oh, that's the camera. Well, I mean, we need the camera anyway, but... Don't run away from the helicopter, just drink. It's just a helicopter, it's not going to do anything. I like how this helicopter just remains completely motionless when it's in the air. Wait, I've got to wait until it's fully in the drinking animation, otherwise it still says it's looking for water. Yeah, like that, and then I don't think it counts. There we go. Right. We're not done with you yet.
We're selling these photos, right? These are for sale.
This is unexpected. I'm receiving reports of an unknown disease afflicting at least one inclusion. It seems the Ankyloticus has been infected. Without a cure, our only option is to move the dinosaur to another of my facilities. We don't have a lot of time. If we've any chance of treating the specimen, you'll need to transport it off island and quickly.
And we've got to be very quick with this. I don't know if the mission fails if the other dinosaurs die or if it's just the Ankyloticus. But I don't really want to find out. I think it's just the Ankyloticus, but let's try and play it safe. But it's really going to be pushing it, especially the Stegosaurus. Goes down, their health goes down really fast. The extra dinosaurs don't get infected, so only 2 of the Stegosaurus have got it. Only 1 of the Ankylonicus has got it. All the ones that were there for the mission. Wow, that went down. Wow, what happened to these? I know there's no fun racing, but what happened to these?
We need to prepare the cure. An outbreak could be catastrophic.
Why, yes. Yes, it would be. Unfortunately, it takes a while for the disease to be identified. So what we can do is wait. Yeah, they're basically the same building. It's just this one goes at a different angle. And this bit's more spectacular. Otherwise, they are exactly the same, so this just looks kind of stupid. Yeah, that's pretty much what they want you to do, have the monorail right by the entrance. Especially on Isla Tacano, that was required. Alright guys, we'll get you a cure eventually. Unfortunately, it's one thing to identify the disease, we've also got to research the disease. And then get these guys to cure you all. We're waiting, we're waiting, we're waiting, 80. Hey, I'm back. T-Rex, I mean that one's already done. Come on, Toro, you're nearly there. Nodo is done. Just work our way up. I don't even mean up, it's all the way up here. Poor Antarctica. Never gets the credit it deserves. It's not even on the map. It just doesn't exist. I know Antarctica's melting, but it's not entirely ice. There is a continental part to it. Let's try lowering these down a little bit for now. Don't know if that's actually going to make a difference. And then we'll need an arcade in here somewhere. I just don't know where. What is this powering? Can I move this somewhere else? I think I can. If I move that somewhere else, we put that here. I don't see why that can't work.
Bring the Ankyloticus back. The threat is still real, however, so proceed with caution. Even though these animals were extinct before my research, it's still not enough to bring them back if we can't keep them alive. You'll need to help with the cure. I've put the parameters of what's needed in the files.
Yes, I know, they're all dying. Why would it give you the option to say, leave it 2 minutes? It's like, why? Why would you do that? Right, can we fit an arcade in there? Yes, we can. So, don't need that anymore. I love the large substations, I really do. Okay, Torosaurus, that should max that out. Oh, 1 star. Herrerasaurus, we're still digging stuff up there. Stegosaurus is done, and we don't need any more Torosaurus. There's 3, get some Pteranodon. Going for some mouth disease. Very horrible disease. I believe it's highly contagious. If that breaks out in like a zoo or a farm especially, it's going to be causing all sorts of issues. It's a very bad disease when there's an outbreak of it. Whether or not it actually affects reptiles is something I don't know.
We can't let this dinosaur die, or my research dies with it. Understood?
Yeah, well, luckily the Ankylodocus, apparently the health doesn't go down while it's away. So it's in much better condition than everyone else. Right, let's do the Stygimoloch first, because their health goes down the quickest. Unfortunately, it's also one of those diseases where it takes a long time for the thing to go up. Oh, these guys were so close to death. I think they got to like 4%. This is actually my second take, because for some reason the footage didn't record. And I barely saved these guys. Right, go for the Ankylosaurus. I shouldn't need to tell you this. Come on. They're right here and they're all dying. Why do I need to tell you to do this? I mean, as soon as 1 dart hits the dinosaur, its health is going to go up. It's just a matter of then you got to shoot it enough times to kill the disease. Where's the Ankyloticus? There it is. While they're doing that, we will make another one. Mainly because we haven't heard its intro yet. The skins aren't particularly amazing, but they're alright. Success rate 1, incubation speed 4. So let's have another one. Shoot the Brachiosaurus already. What are you doing? Yes, indeed. Brachiosaurus, one of the hardest dinosaurs to shoot. It's having trouble with a monorail. Why does it need to just lower itself? This is what I don't get. Why does it need to lower itself and remain at the same altitude? Just stay a bit higher up so you're not constantly going up. But also, Why, and I know I've said this so many times already, but why does this thing need to keep going around in circles? Because it has no reason to. Right, you getting it yet? Nearly there.
No diseased dinosaurs.
Yay! That's mission 1.
Well done. The animal is cured. However, this was no random outbreak. Instead, I believe our facility was hit deliberately, which troubles me because only you and I should know about the true objectives of this place. And the sabotage, this disease, was introduced at the embryo stage. Whoever they are trying to take us down right at the beginning.
What did I miss? Nothing you couldn't handle by the looks of it.
I need another hybrid, which means you have another opportunity to prove yourself. This is my definition of teamwork. I call, you respond. Perfect.
Let me see if I can guess the dinosaurs Dr. Wu used for this hybrid.
Indeed. Well, I wonder what? The Stegosaurus. If only I could guess what dinosaurs were used in its creation. Right, are you nearly finished? You're nearly halfway there. Got 2 at once. Alright, so that's our first mission done. We saved it. Nothing saves you, buddy. Nothing saves you. You're just so bad. You really are. Why am I making another one? Right, how many dinosaurs have we got in this enclosure? I want to know how many we can fit in. We've got 10 so far. Stegosaurus needs 3, and I believe its population is 13. I want to put them in here, so we're probably going to have to get rid of one of the Brachiosaurus in order to do that. But after that, everything else we're making is a carnivore. And now finish Troodon. You've still got a bit to go, Sauropalta. Oh. If only I could count how many things. Struthium mimus was still going. We're still getting Struthium mimus DNA. Well, not DNA, but we're still getting Struthium mimus fossils. See, that's not so bad in terms of the skin. Kind of makes the wrinkly bits a bit more noticeable, but otherwise, skin-wise, that really isn't too bad. It's the face and the spines that ruin it all. Oh, and we got a feeder cost reduction because our rating has increased. Still super ugly, but you're better than the default. It's kind of like a tiger. It's no 1997 raptor, but it kind of looks like a tiger.
You are getting good with hybrids. An Ankyloticus this time. I think people will want to see this.
Huh. I thought you said something about keeping it away from... Oh no, that's the Dreadnoughtus. That's what I'm thinking of. Anyway. Right, we're going to end things off here. So next up, we're going to be making ourselves a Stegosaurus. I think okay, yeah, it's this one here. I think we'll hold off on that for a bit. Yeah, next up, we're going to be making ourselves some Stegosaurus. So